Previously, people thought it was the pressure of the wind on the ocean which thrust the water into the interior. We did not know how did the underground water come. So first people thought it was the pressure of the wind which forced the water into the interior, and it went back by a secret passage known as Tartarus at the time of Plato. Even till as late as 17th century, Descartes believed in this. Even in 19th century, Aristotle, he propounded the theory that the underground water was due to the mountain caverns, they feeding the underground water. Today we know that the underground water is due to the seepage of the rainwater in the cracks in the ground. It's mentioned in the Quran. In Surah Zumar, chapter number 39, verse number 21. Seest not thou, it is he who sends down water from the sky and leads it in cracks in grounds and causes sown field of varying colors to grow. Quran is talking about the underground water 14 years ago, which we came to know recently. Quran speaks about the water cycle in great detail. The Quran says in Surah Rum, chapter number 30, verse number 24, it is he who sends down water from the sky and gives life to the earth after it is dead. It's mentioned in Surah Mu'minun, chapter number 23, verse number 18. It is he who sends down water from the sky and is able to store it or even drain it. It's mentioned in Surah Hijr, chapter number 15, verse number 22. It says that it is he who sends fecundating winds, winds impregnating. The Arabic word lawaki, coming from the word lakaha, means to impregnate. And today we know that science tells us that the pollens picked up by the wind impregnate the cloud and water falls. And one more reason is that when the clouds join together and later on the water falls from the sky. It's further mentioned in Surah Nur, chapter number 24, verse number 43, that the clouds rise, they join together, and then water emerges from the top, from the sky. It's mentioned in Surah Rum, chapter number 30, verse number 48, that the water rises from the sky, forms into clouds, the clouds move the interior, they join together, they make a heap, and the water emerges from the sky. The Quran speaks about the water cycle in great detail in several verses. In Surah Araf, chapter number 7, verse number 57. In Surah Ra'd, chapter number 13, verse number 17. In Surah Furqan, chapter number 25, verse number 48 and 49. In Surah Fatir, chapter number 35, verse number 9. In Surah Ghashiyah, chapter number 45, verse number 5. In Surah Qaf, chapter number 50, verse number 9 and 10. It's mentioned in Surah Waqia, chapter 56, verse number 67 to 70. It's mentioned in Surah Mulk, chapter number 67, verse number 30. It's mentioned in Surah Tariq, chapter number 86, verse number 11. There are verses I can keep on quoting only in the Quran which talk about water cycle. Who could have mentioned so much detail about the water cycle, which we came to know in the 16th century, some of it, and some of it recently? Don't wait for the answer, you can continue. Today in the field of geology, the geologists tell us that the earth on which we live, it's approximately little less than 4,000 miles in radius. And the deeper layer, they are hot and fluid and cannot sustain life. But the layers on top, it gets solid, and the superficial layer is a thin crust, hardly 1 to 10 miles in thickness. It's less than 1% in thickness. And there are high possibility that this superficial crust of the earth, it will shake. It is due to the folding phenomena which gives rise to mountain range.